Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrew Hall. You may call me Dr. Kennard. This is the Disappointed Cat Morning Show. Yeah, we're going to talk about Jenna Ryan. We're going to be talking about that girl in high school. I'm just predicting, I am just prophesizing right here that Jenna Ryan, the pretty white blonde girl who said she would never get jail time for storming the Capitol on January 6th, I, I am guessing that she was one of the most horrible people in high school. That's just I hope there's history, people that come out of the woodwork to talk about her. I think it'd be intriguing to find out what her background was, whether or not she was a cheerleader. I'm predicting Mean Girl in high school. But first, I just made a mistake. I'm sorry. I was just reading a theist's question or point on Tangelo Grasso. Word salad, word salad. You know, and he wrote this comment in Atheist versus God Believers Exchanges, and this is just part of it. Because once again, the origin of life can't be explained by unguided physical and chemical processes, which isn't really true. And scientists have failed to explain, even in principle, how chemicals could self-assemble to become self-replicating. Extremely complex factory complexes into interlocked machines, computers, and information processing, but nonetheless, nature did it without the requirement of a super intellect. That is just an argument from ignorance, everyone. It doesn't matter how many words or how many syllables you put into that argument. If you're saying that we cannot explain it right now, that means God did it. That is an argument from ignorance. I hope you're able to smell out the bullshit from these people on the internet, from theists, from Christians, from people who are Islamic or Jewish, or people on the right who just give bad arguments. I hope you can identify them and say, that's what you're saying. You either don't understand what you're saying or you are intentionally lying or misrepresenting your case. It's one of those two things, everyone. All right, on Tangelo, yeah, I just made a mistake about reading one of his comments, and I'm sorry. I'm just sorry, everyone, for having to subject you to this. Let's talk about the pretty blonde mean girl. Maybe not that bright. Maybe not that bright either. Here she is, taking the private jet to the January 6th riot. What does she say? She tweeted, definitely not going to jail. Sorry, I have blonde hair, white skin, a great job, a great future, and I'm not going to jail. Sorry to rain on your hater parade. I did nothing wrong. Wow. Jenna Ryan. I bet she is the world's best real estate agent too. Did you know that she decided to change her real estate website from jennaryan.com to blah, 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 I'm not a fascist.com. That isn't the name of the site. But she did because she knew that her name is toxic. Let's take a look at the story. Links in the description below, everyone. And yes, is this your Friday morning Schadenfreude? Will you get a little bit of pleasure with this woman right here who said she would never go to jail because she has white skin and blonde hair and a great job? Wow. Wow. Jenna Ryan, Texas realtor who tweeted she was definitely not going to jail, gets 60 days in jail. Ryan was one of a group of Texans who took a private plane to Washington, D.C. on January 6th and eventually entered the U.S. Capitol building. Pretty blonde girl. Your pretty blonde girl privilege does have limits. I know you're used to having men buy you drinks in bars. I know you're used to having doors open for you. But at some point, even you get into the trouble bubble. Let's take a look at the story, everyone. Washington, a Texas real estate agent who infamously claimed her blonde hair and white skin would keep her out of jail, was sentenced Thursday to 60 days behind bars for her role in the January 6th Capitol riot. U.S. District Judge Christopher Cooper told Jenna Ryan of Frisco, Texas, it was clear she knew what she was doing when she left her hotel to travel to the Capitol after watching coverage of the riot on Fox News. 60 days in jail. Is that enough? Probably not. But still, it's something, I think, to warm your heart on this Friday morning, everyone. You knew it when you walked out of your hotel room and said, "We're going to war and we're going to be breaking windows," Cooper said. Of course, Cooper is the judge. I don't know if I can do it in my proper Mean Girl voice. "We're going to war and we're going to be breaking windows." Ryan and several friends, including two, Jason Hyland and Catherine Schwab, who have been charged in the January 6th case, took a private jet from Texas to attend former President Donald Trump's Stop the Steal rally on January 6th. At the Capitol, Ryan entered the building with other members of the mob and was later filmed at the front of the crowd, encouraging the assault. She also posed for a window next to a broken window, which she posted with a caption, "Window at the Capitol." Yeah, she doesn't know how to spell Capitol either, everyone. I'm not going to begrudge her that. And if the news doesn't stop lying about us, we're going to come after their studios next. Senators and reps have studios. I don't know. I don't know what goes on in that woman's mind, to tell you the truth, besides the fact that she really thinks she's special because she is a pretty white blonde girl. Oh, okay, pretty might be open for discussion there, everyone. But hey, let's look at this last frame. After returning to Texas, Ryan did a number of interviews with the media, including one with NBC in which she claimed she felt like a martyr, and another with Fox in which she described her presence at the Capitol as something noble. Ryan, who has a large social media following, also posted multiple times about her role in the riot, saying in one message, "I deserve a medal for what I did." In her infamous post, Ryan responded to another Twitter user that she definitely not going to jail. "Sorry, I have blonde hair and white skin and a great job, a great future, and I'm not going to jail. Sorry, Jenna Ryan, you're going to jail." Not long enough, but 60 days for you in jail. It's still music to my ears. I'm going to check out the chat. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. I hope this story puts a smile on your face. Only 60 days. I know, Sean, I know. But considering the ringleader of the riot is still probably going to be president in 2024, Donald Trump, 60 days is something. He wasn't even. It was my Mean Girl voice, and that is Lumpy Space Princess. For those of you who are fans of Adventure Time, that is my Mean Girl voice. It is Lumpy Space Princess. Thank you for noticing, girlfriend. Thank you. The girlfriend's home from work today, everyone. Did you read my little piece in my blog, Laughing in Disbelief on Pathos Non-Religious? I wrote that Dave Chappelle, it's a fictitious piece. It's a Poe piece. It's satirical. And the post is all about Dave Chappelle mentioning that his anti-trans views has nothing to do with Islam. Absolutely nothing. Even though Islam informs everything he does, his choice of jokes has nothing to do with Islam, everyone. That was today's post. Tobin Templeman. Hope you're doing well this morning, Tobin Templeman. I'm obviously jazzed up. I had crappy sleep last night, and I knew I was going to get crappy sleep, and I should have taken precautions, but I didn't. What's up, Cryptameria? Hope you're doing okay. You were shot twice yesterday. You got your needles. You got your needles and your pins, Grant. From what I understand, you got your booster shot, huh? Very nice. Good morning, Dee Parks. Dr. Mordecai. There is an after party, as I know, I said the word pretty. She thinks she's pretty, right? She thinks she's pretty. And probably a lot of stupid men think she's pretty too. Oh, okay. So let's see. Who else is in here? Tesla Ranger. Oh, no, not Ontangelo. Man, Ontangelo. What a dumpster fire that guy is. Say his name 3 times and he appears, I bet, right? Scott Duke says, Ontangelo is an idiot that tries to copy and paste his way through all the atheist channels. Yeah, there's a wall. There's a wall here against idiocy, everyone. We are the adults on the internet. I hate fucking microphone. How can you call yourself the adult section of the internet when you have googly eyes on a microphone? Well, that's what I'm calling it. That's what I'm saying. What we are here. I'm laughing in disbelief. Sean, you did miss JFK. You did. You missed him. I'm sorry. Let's see. Who else do we have here in the chat? I think I got everyone. I hope I did. John Hudson, you're still asleep. Well, John Hudson, you've been working. You're with the grandchild. You do things. You're always around. I always see you on Facebook. Let's see. Jess M, good morning. And Scapegoat Iscariot. All right. How far in? Wow. Spent 10 minutes talking about the white pretty blonde girl. You know, just the schadenfreude from this woman is like a renewable resource. Definitely not going to. I'm going to read it one more time. Definitely not going to jail. Sorry, I have blonde hair and white skin. A great job and a great future, and I'm not going to jail. Sorry to rain on your hater parade. I did nothing wrong. 60 days in jail. Let's do the halftime tummy rub show before we get to more news, everyone. I don't want to cat shame my cat, but my cat can't do that. I want to show you again in case you missed it. It's an incredible superpower, plastic cat. Incredible cat. All right. What are we going to talk about? Maybe some. All right, we're not going to do that was good news, everyone. We're going to do some not so good news, right? And then we're going to end with something positive too. Heading towards the weekend. At least 10 Republicans who were at the January 6th rally just got elected to office. And even more attendees at the rally that turned into the Capitol riot will likely be on the ballot in 2022. It is unfortunate that while Jenna Ryan is going to jail for 60 days, many of the lunatics who are at the Capitol riot on January 6th are going to be on the ballot. Because if there's one thing that we've learned over the last 4 or 5 years is that fascists love to fascist. That's what they do. Let's see. So what have we? At least 10 Republicans got elected into office. Let's see if I have these panels. It's been a rough morning, everyone. These riot. Okay, so where are we? Here we go. Let's just start here. Although most have claimed that they didn't breach the U.S. Capitol that day, that's the 10 people that we just mentioned. All were participants in the demonstration leading up to the attack, standing alongside extremists to take part of the finale of a months-long anti-democratic campaign to falsely claim that then President Donald Trump hadn't really lost the 2020 election. Their victories on Tuesday are a possible sign of things to come. HuffPost previously identified at 57 state and local GOP officials who attended the January 6th rally, many of whom will be up for re-election and will likely keep office next year. That these candidates enjoyed the support of a wider Republican Party and are winning elections does not bode well for American democracy, showing that one of the country's major political parties, despite some initial gestures at being horrified by the events of January 6th, is almost completely unrepentant over its role in fomenting the historic attack on the Capitol. Among the January 6th attendees who won office on Tuesday were 2 Republicans re-elected to the Virginia House of Delegates, Dave LaRock and John McGuire. You know, before talking about the people who got elected, I just want to address this meme, this thread that's been going around the internet that, because we had these moderate candidates, these Republican moderate candidates elected, that means we don't have to worry about fascism in the country. That means the Republican Party is no longer Donald Trump's party. Let me tell you, my friends, Donald Trump is the hand inside the sock puppet of moderate Republicans. It is still his party. It's still his base. The base controls primaries. It's the base that gets out during elections. Fascism is the sock puppet for moderate Republicans right there. Let's see, Weyer won his seat despite his Democratic opponent unearthing a photo showing him standing near men in paramilitary gear confronting police on January 6th. Weyer had previously claimed he hadn't heard of the violence at the U.S. Capitol until returning home. The news, he said, had shocked and horrified him, so he was just lying about it. Marie March, another person who is a fascist who got elected, a restaurant owner who bragged in a campaign advertisement about her attendance at the January 6th Stop the Steal rally, and who is a since deleted Facebook post warned of a coming civil war in which she would be willing to fight and die for both her family and small business, also won a seat in Virginia House of Delegates on Tuesday. In city councils around the country, the January 6th rally attendee, Natalie Jangula, won a seat in Nampa, Idaho. No surprising, it was in Idaho. And Christine Iad, who did not enter the Capitol building and later wrote on Facebook, who wrote a Facebook post falsely blaming the violence on Antifa and other anarchists, won a seat in Watchburg, New Jersey. Fascists are on the move. Do not be fooled by the hype that suddenly the Republican Party is now winning with moderate Republicans. They won a few large races, the Virginia governor's race, for an example, by using a sock puppet moderate Republican. But that doesn't mean the Republican Party itself has suddenly reformed itself. They are fascist through and through, and they are the party of Trump. Checking out the chat. It is insanity. This is true. It is insanity. Cryptameria. Sean says that's true. Trump does have his hand firmly up the butt of the repugnant party. Yes, it does. Yeah. Checking out Scapegoat. Iscariot says, I hope that while they're running for office, they will slip up and get caught for some other seditious crime. It would be nice. It's funny how bad it can get and how fast how fast it can spread in society. Indeed. This must be about the halftime Tommy Rip show. The girlfriend says, I thought that Biscuit was in love with me because she sits on my lap and won't let me get up. I finally realized that she is just showing her dominance over me. Yes, our cat Biscuit. Biscuit has a tendency of just showing up, landing on us at nighttime, during the day, just like sitting on us and just showing us who's in charge. All right. Checking out the chat one more time. Jennifer points out, nice point, Jennifer, a real estate agent who's in favor of smashing windows and domestic terrorism. No thanks. Yes, once again, she had to rebrand her website from fascist to I'm not that fascist. And she had to change the name on the site. All right. So what's the next story? I promised you something positive. We're going to go, especially if you're over in Britain. UK authorizes Merck antiviral pill first shown to treat COVID. So this is a pill that actually treats COVID and has been proven to, deal with COVID. Unlike what's that drug that Joe Rogan loves? Ivermectin, the horse dewormer, the anti-parasitic pill that doesn't work at all on COVID. Yes, this is a real pill from Merck, the drug company Merck, that the UK has just approved. Let's take a look. And once again, the links are all in the description below in case you want to check them out. London. Britain granted conditional authorization on Thursday to the first pill shown to successfully treat COVID-19 so far. It also is the first country to okay the treatment from drug maker Merck, although it wasn't immediately clear how quickly the pill would be available. The pill was licensed for adults 18 and older who have tested positive for COVID-19 and have at least one risk factor for developing severe disease, such as obesity or heart disease. Patients with mild to moderate COVID-19 would take 4 pills of the drug. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I'm just going to say it's M. For twice a day for 5 days. An antiviral pill that reduces symptoms and speeds recovery could prove groundbreaking, easing caseloads on hospitals and helping to curb outbreaks in poorer countries with fragile health systems. Maybe Arkansas too. We shouldn't just say poorer countries. We just say poor states here in the U.S. with fragile health systems. It would also bolster the two-pronged approach to the pandemic treatment by way of medication and prevention, primarily through vaccinations. M is also pending review with regulators in the U.S., the European Union, and elsewhere. The FDA announced last month it would convene a panel of independent experts to scrutinize the pill's safety and effectiveness in late November. Merck and its partner, Ridgeback Biotherapeutic, have requested clearance for the drug with regulators. Blah, blah, blah. It's all. Oh, here, this is the important part. The company also didn't disclose details on M side effects, except to say that rates of these problems were similar between people who get the drug and those who receive placebo, i.e., receive dummy pills. So I'm going to read the second paragraph too, because this seems interesting. Merck announced preliminary results in September showing its drug cut hospitalizations and death by half among patients with early COVID-19 symptoms. These results have not been peer-reviewed or published in a scientific journal. We did cover this story when it first came out, everyone. And this is what you get to find out and learn on the Disappointed Cat Morning Show. Tomorrow's news today. Is that a hacky slogan? Tomorrow's news today, everyone. Gonna check out the chat. Are we doing the after party after show? After party after show for humanists, atheists, progressives at 9:30. The link if you want to be on the panel. If you're part of the community, if I know who you are, then feel free to come on the panel. If you ever want to come on the panel, then you have to be part of the community, because we've had people just do horrible things while, being on the panel that people I didn't know. So I'm going to say, check out the chat one more time before closing up the show. No, this is true, Sean. More cat reasoning. Cats have staff. This is true. And dogs have masters. That's right. Let's see. I think we're talking about cats here in the chat. What's up, Galen? Is that the same woman who went to a retreat in Mexico with a judge's permission? I don't know if it is. That's a good question, Jennifer. That's a good question. All right. You want to do something a little bit more funny? You want to do something cat related? Did I ask you to hit the like button if you're watching us on YouTube? There's no ads. I fucking hate ads, everyone. I hate ads. And I think you hate ads too. That's why there are no ads here on the Disappointed Cat Morning Show. YouTube members, patrons, support this show. People who throw dollars, cents via PayPal or Venmo fund this show. There are costs involved with running things here. Believe it or not, there are some costs. Microphone don't come cheap, right? Microphone, the lights. I have to pay for StreamYard, blah, blah, blah. That's a monthly fee. So, hey, thank you if you do contribute. I just want to say that. You want to do something fun? Let's check out more cats.
This is not my cat, but she had her kittens in my closet. We put them outside in a cat carrier, but she brought them back to me one by one.
I guess she not only has a cat, but a bunch of kittens too. That's a prize. That's a cat prize, right? All right, checking out the chat one more time. Okay, here we go. Tesla Ranger says, Jenny Louise Cudd is the one who wanted permission to go on her Mexico vacation. So it wasn't Jenna Ryan. Thank you, Tesla Ranger. Always on point with references in the chat. All right. Thanks for watching. We did a lot. If you're not, 9:30, 5 minutes away. We're doing the after party after show. Please show up. If not, then thank you. I'll see you on the other side of the weekend. We do this every morning, 9 a.m., Monday through Friday. I'm going to throw down a video thanking YouTube members and patrons. Take care, everyone.